let's talk about Game Club.
Okay.
Do you want to know what Game Club is? Yes, you do. Each week, we play a chapter or a level or segment of a game, and then we talk about it. Last game that we played was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and this time we are playing Alan Wake, the remastered edition.
Which is the same as the original, just
exactly
looks
the
better.
Same. Looks way better.
Yeah.
We are currently on Chapter 5.
Yes,
if you would like to play
Chapter
along,
5.
Yes. If you would like to play along, you can play along and, just hear what we have to say about the game.
Exactly.
It's on Epic.
Yes.
The remastered edition.
And Xbox.
And Xbox.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Or you could just play the original.
You could. You might even already own the original. Just put it in whatever console that it came on.
I could have done that, I guess, rather than getting the remastered version, but I didn't do
you
that.
wanted the remastered for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I played the original. I don't need to play it again.
Oh, I didn't bring up a synopsis so I could remind myself of what it was.
I just played it I literally played it this morning before I came over here. Yeah,
I played it last night.
I forgot
right
to play
after
it.
stream.
Yeah. This was called The Clicker.
It was called The Clicker.
Yeah. To catch everybody up on the story of Alan Wake is a writer. He has gone on vacation to the city of Bright Falls with his wife. When he gets there, all sorts of weird stuff happens. He sort of loses a week's time. His wife disappears. He gets in a car crash. He kills a bunch of hillbillies. weird sort of supernatural stuff is happening, and it seems to be because he's written a story that he doesn't remember writing, and anything he writes has been coming true.
Yes.
So that's basically where we're at right now.
Yeah, he's there's a dark entity that grows stronger the more he writes the story to make it stronger.
Yeah.
But he's also written himself in escapes and stuff like that.
Power-ups and like weaknesses to the baddies and stuff. Basically, what he writes is what comes true. And he says the reason he has written it the way he has, as making it tough for himself, is because that's just the way these stories work. You can't have the hero just winning
through.
It's not real.
No, it has to be believable. It has to be real.
So that's why he's having,
it needs trials and tribulations, as he puts
exactly.
it.
Trials and tribulations.
So we're in Bright Falls.
In the prison. In jail.
Well, it's Deerfest. Deerfest is getting set up.
Yeah.
And as we're sitting in jail, rotting away. Deerfest's getting set up. Everything's looking great out on the streets.
Yeah.
And then nighttime comes.
Mm-hmm.
Power goes down.
Yep.
We lose power throughout the entire place.
Yeah. Well, the thing, too, with that is we're sort of like, there's the FBI agent Nightingale. He's locked us away. The sheriff is like, you can't hold these guys. Like, I barely even believe that you're really here in official capacity. So she's like getting ready to let Alan Wake out. And the power starts to flicker, go out. And Nightingale is like, no, you can't let him out. And then he's like, wait, I think I've read this before. And he starts to pull out a page of the manuscript. And then the darkness grabs him and pulls him away.
Slurps him right out the door.
And then you pick up the manuscript and it's saying like how Nightingale has read this page before. And then he's pulling it out the page to read it. It's very like sort of like Inception.
Yeah.
He's seeing what he's already seen, but he's read it, and it's kind of made him go a little crazy. So.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't been listening in on this segment, there are manuscript pages hidden throughout the game, and those, when you read them, they either show a glimpse of the future or something that's happened that you didn't get to see.
Yes.
So it kind of like fills in more of the story,
or what's already happened,
or it gives you.
It's basically the manuscript that Alan wrote.
Yeah.
In the game. That he does not remember writing.
Yeah, and there's this dude in a diving suit that's going around leaving these pages.
Thomas Zane, he's trying to help you. Basically, the whole story's convoluted. Thomas originally started writing the story, and he wrote himself out of the story, and he got locked away, but he left a part of him behind that Alan has been writing back into the story to help him out as sort of like a tutor or guide to help him fight the bad guys.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on with there. It's very, very convoluted, but
yeah. So Sarah, the sheriff, kind of joins our party. We're here in the police station with Barry. Barry's all hungover, and now Sarah's like, "Okay, let's get your stuff. It's in my office.
I believe you. Let's go."
Yeah. So now we're on a town adventure.
Yeah.
Going throughout different places in the town, trying to get through. And
well, before we leave the sheriff's department, there's an implication that they've been preparing something like this for a while, because Sarah says like, okay, Barry, I need your help. You stay here, call all these people and just tell them that I told them to call you, and just say Night Springs. That's like the code word. And he's like, oh, this is secret society or whatever. And she's like, they'll know what it means. Just do that. And Night Springs is the name of the fake Twilight Zone TV show in the Alan Wake world.
Yeah.
But the goal now is we need to get to where the woman of the light, the lady of the light, we were told to go find her. She's living in the old power plant. We need to get to her to talk to her. She has something for us. So Sarah's like, there's the helicopter. Let's take the helicopter. So we have to get to the helicopter. But of course, in the game, there's always something blocking your path. So you can't just go straight from the police station up to the helicopter. You got to go through the whole town, through the everything.
See some sights.
See the sights. You got to do the grand tour, fighting everybody.
Yeah.
Not even worth talking about the fights, really. They're just the same. Shine a flashlight at somebody, shoot them. Though this one is pretty good because you just sort of have to worry about breaking their darkness shield with your flashlight, and then Sarah just has unlimited ammo.
Just wastes them.
So she just blows them away.
Yeah, I found this entire segment this entire chapter a lot more pleasant than the other ones in regards to the action and the combat.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
all that kind of stuff.
It was not as fun on Not Easy. Because you get to some ports where it's like, I died again. Oh my God. But we basically make our way through the city. We get to the church. Oh, the key doesn't unlock the church door very fast. Defend me, Alan. I'll open the door. You have to fight off the hordes. Go through the church. Oh, we got to go into the church basement. Uh-oh.
How many? So I'm curious.
Down there.
How many people were down there for you to fight
in the basement?
Yeah,
3. I don't know.
There were 2 for me, and I just flare gunned them both instantly.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3. Maybe it was just 2. I just shot. Use my flashlight.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be more.
Yeah, me too. But then I
Whereas-
was like, okay, the game's kind of realistic with the sort of size of everything.
Yeah.
So when I was expecting this sprawling crypt, because he's like, we got to go in the crypt, and I'm like, oh, there's gonna be like 1,000 bodies down here, or whatever. And it's just it's just like a basement.
Yeah,
like
it's just a standard size.
It was way like less than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
We work our way through. We get to the helicopter where it's parked at the fire department, and then you have to defend the helicopter while it's being attacked, while they start it up.
Yeah.
There's 2 portable lights you can turn on.
Yeah, they keep going off, but you just keep turning them on.
Keep
I
going
found this
back
part
and
very easy on easy.
I didn't die on whatever difficulty normal that I'm playing on, but it was just like, I mean, they give you you could tell like there was a crazy battle coming, because as soon as you get there's like 6 flares, and there's a shotgun, and there's 5 flashbangs or whatever. So I was like, well, I've got all this stuff, so it'd be just like flare gun, flashbang, whatever, blow them away. Oh, and then I would also shoot the barrels. They'd explode, kill like 4 guys. It was not hard, but it was just
definitely not.
You got to fight through 3-4 waves or whatever. Just was time consuming, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the chopper gets ready to go, and you take off.
Yeah, we fly away, and
then the birds.
The birds attack the helicopter. We fall out, and Butterfingers Alan Wake drops all his shit again.
Classic.
So all you have is a flashlight and a gun.
Yeah, so we're basically very close to the to where we need to go.
What was this even
plant.
place where we landed? Like, it was just Alan that fell out of the helicopter.
Yeah,
I don't even know what this building was. It was like some, I don't know, like
it's just some sort of outbuilding near the.
So I died here like 2 or 3 times before I got in the building, because you have a gun with like 6 shots, and that's it. So I shot down the gate to open it. Like, it's a overhead door that's slowly opening, and it's sort of held in place by a chain. So you shoot the chain, and the gate super slowly was moving upwards. And I'm trying to duck and weave and dodge and kill these guys. I'm like, God, they just keep coming. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, I just have to run inside.
Yeah.
After it's open finally. So you have to run around for like a few seconds while it opens.
So I did not find the gun immediately. I was like, okay, where the hell is the gun?
Yeah.
But so that unlimited enemies thing must be part of normal difficulty, because once I killed the enemies out there, that was it.
Oh, no.
No unlimited enemies.
No. I had like 5 or 6 guys after me, and I was like, I'm out of here.
Inside, I did die.
Oh, I died here too.
I died a couple times inside. I had so many guys.
So I died the first time because all you have is the gun. You have the gun and the flashlight. You don't have flare. You don't have flare gun. You don't have flashbang. So you're kind of weak that way.
Yeah.
And the first time I was just like, okay, shine the flashlight, try to fight him, and I'm just getting just swarmed and beaten and destroyed.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I was like, what am I supposed to do here? So then the next time I stood on top of the pallets and like looked around, I'm like, oh, there's a barrel there, and there's a barrel over there, and there's another barrel over there. So I was like, okay. So this time I hopped down and was like, blow up the barrel, boom, they're all done. Blow up this barrel, boom, they're all gone. Blow up this barrel, boom, done. I made it through no problem the second time. The one thing I will mention is I just noticed this time. I probably never noticed it when I played it originally back when it first came out, but now I'm playing with the headset on. Whenever you get near the like secret caches or any of the glowing like ink that's spread around the level, there's a weird breathing sound you can hear.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Because I was like, why do I hear this crazy breathing? And then I'd walk away from like the paint and it would go away.
Yeah.
But then when I find more, I'd be like, oh, I can hear the like, it's like a little audio cue as well as a visual cue.
Yeah.
That you should be looking around. So I never noticed that until today. So yeah. But the next thing is we have to get to the dam somehow.
Yeah.
So this building was near a rotating bridge to let
the rotating
boats
bridge
through.
is cool.
So you have to turn on the rotating bridge, get on the bridge, and you can either run across the bridge or wait for it to turn and get across that way. So I just stood there and waited.
Yeah,
you're getting attacked by birds, and I'm just like flashlighting them, and they whatever explode. It didn't take that long. I think the bridge turned at an unnaturally fast rate. I don't think a real bridge would turn that fast.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you get to across the way
to a substation.
To the substation, and the eventual goal is just to get to the dam.
Yeah. So as soon as I got to, oh, maybe it wasn't as soon as I got here. I think it was when I got to the main power station.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go through this area, there's dudes spawning and electricity everywhere, so it's kind of like a little bit of a maze.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to get through, though.
It wasn't until, like, after I'd done most of it, it's like, oh, if you can just goad them into walking to the wires, they kill themselves. So that was good when I found that out.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, that was a big explosion, and now they're all gone. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, they're too stupid to not walk through the electrical wires.
And once you get to this substation, you can see the power plant across the way.
Yep.
And then Barry and
Sarah
show up in the helicopter again.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, we got to go this way. This will help light your way.
Yeah, so they're flying above us with the light shining down.
Yeah.
Trying to guide you through. And they do that. And there was a lot of dudes in there. This area, like, it wasn't hard. It was just annoying just fighting these guys.
Yeah.
They would walk through the light like a bunch of dummies. So if you stood in the right spot, you could just have them destroy their shield themselves, and they just had to shoot them. You eventually get to the power station, and you go in, and what's her name? I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Weaver's there, and she's like, "Okay, I've been keeping something for you in the well-lit room for like 40 years.
Yeah,
you better come get it."
Yeah, in the inside. So this is where my graphics started to mess up.
Oh, your graphics messed up?
Yeah, so as soon as I got close to the power plant, everything was electric. Like, everything started showing sparks.
Really? Everything?
Yeah, everything. Even Alan's jacket was, like, sparking.
Wow, that sounds cool.
And everything was electrical. It was so weird.
That sounds cool.
Like, there's a TV by the rotating bridge where you can go in and you can see the episode of Night Spring Show.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't let me watch it. It would just, the screen was just bright.
Yeah.
If I approached the screen, the whole world would turn into like static.
Oh, crazy.
Except it was like static with like Alan's outline. He'd like move and
like weird.
Leave ghosts. I was like, what is going on?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely a glitch for sure.
Yeah. So you have to go once you meet up with Weaver, that's like, this place is well lit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the well lit room.
No.
But this place has so many lights everywhere.
Yeah.
And she's like keeping it all lit, and she's worried about light bulbs burning out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so she assigns you to go kill.
You have to like turn off the power to the rest of the area.
Yeah. Otherwise,
that we don't need.
It's going to shut down.
Yeah. So this had a little puzzle where you had to like press buttons to get the like docks to close so you could walk across. And I was just like, oh, one of these stupid puzzles where it's basically like you have 3 lights, you got to light them all up.
Yeah, essentially.
So it was just like, okay, press this one, press that one, press this one. I solved it. I've done it.
That's all I did too.
3 button presses.
I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
I'll press the first one, I'll press the second one, I'll press the third one. Done.
Oh, I pressed the second one, then the first one, then the third one.
Oh.
Yeah, so not a particularly hard puzzle. But I did die after you go press the button because I was like, okay, let's go. And I started walking across the docks and they started opening up and I just fell into the water.
Yeah, I died a couple times here. I timed the dock the first time. I went across, across. And then the third one, I was going across, but the other stair didn't like come out for some reason.
Oh, weird.
And so I couldn't jump up there. It wouldn't let me jump up. I was like, what? What is going on? Then I just fell in the water.
Oh, nice.
And then the next time I was like, oh, I bet you I can get across here before they start moving. And so I went, I got all the way to the third one. And then I was going across the third and it's like open. Like,
oh, damn. Yeah.
So I did the same. I just went across the first one immediately and then waited for the other two. And then the stair finally came out.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah,
perfect. So we go back to, I can't remember her name
Weaver.
again. Weaver. She's like, all right, we got to go to the dam. We can go through the pipe. It's time to go to the well-lit room. Follow me. And Alan's like, okay, let's go. And we're walking through the dam and we get into the tunnel and he's like, I better call Barry.
Better call
check
him,
in
make
with
sure
Barry.
everything's good.
So, of course, them being Barry and the dumbass, it's like, oh, everything's going good. Actually, no, the helicopter's crashing. Ah!
And the whole screen shakes. The whole world shakes because the helicopter's crashed.
Yeah. So, Alan's like, I got to rescue Barry.
We got to get out there.
Go. And she's like, no, forget them. They're dead. Leave them. Don't worry about them. And Alan's like, no, I got to go. So we go out and, we can see the crashed helicopter. It's like, work our way to the helicopter, get attacked by birds.
Blah, 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 blah.
As we go along the way, there's like the paint is on thing saying like, this is the way to the well-lit room. I'm like, okay, convenient enough. We're still going to the well-lit room. We meet up with Barry and Sarah and we have to let them into the dam. And of course, once we hold down the button and they're in, the button stops working and we can't get in that way. So we have to work our way up and around.
And this is where the darkness comes and starts possessing objects
so this would
and throwing them at
with Jagger, the main darkness possessed woman's voice, So the power's all out along the dam. We have to run along the dam. This
was a pretty cool sequence.
It was cool, but it was totally scripted. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I
was just running. The darkness was Jaeger's throwing stuff at us. Like, we're not getting hit at all.
Cars and everything, whatever.
It was tense. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah, and back when she started throwing stuff at you, like there's spools of cable she was throwing at you, and I'm like, this isn't as egregious as some other parts in this game where it's just like one entire giant section of her throwing stuff at you. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And they make no noise when they come at you.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there was only like a couple things she threw at you.
Yeah. And
at this point,
all the other things were scripted. So it's like landing like these weird metal chunks in front of you, or like this walkway breaks away. So you have to jump a gap and stuff.
That gap jump,
I didn't fall into it the first time.
Yeah. I didn't realize that when the car came and hit it, the thing would start raising up, so you'd have a little bit more of a ramp to get over.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, how the hell do you even get through this? I died like 4 or 5 times there just trying to jump it regular.
I only died once along there, but
and then I waited to see if when the car hit, if it would open up one of the side passages, but I was like, oh, this is going up now.
Yeah, exactly. So we run along the dam. We eventually met, Sarah and Barry are with Weaver, and we get in the elevator and we ride down to the well-lit room. And the well-lit room is like in a vault, basically.
Yeah.
And
a bank vault in the...
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a military vault. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
Weaver's like, oh, yeah, the military worked around here. Yeah, that's right. That must be where this came from. Yep.
Thanks for shoehorning that in.
Exactly. Well, it's like Alan wrote it. He's like a hack writer, kind of. So
yeah.
So we go in there, and what it is we discover through manuscript pieces throughout here that Thomas Zane basically wrote himself out of the story. He doesn't exist in the story anymore, except he wrote a part in the thing that anything he left behind is in a shoebox in the well-lit room. Yeah. And it's waiting for Alan.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like, did Thomas write Alan into existence too?
No, I know. This page shows is a page of Alan Wake's life, his like early life.
Yeah,
where
like
he gets
he's 7
the
years
clicker from
old,
his mom.
And his mom gives him this clicker that's like a light switch that if he presses the button, it destroys all the darkness around him, and then he can finally like have a good night's sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, did Thomas create Alan to come in and do this, or was Alan an actual kid? Like, who knows, right?
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
But in the shoebox is the clicker, and at the beginning of the game, there was a flashback where we gave the clicker to Alice.
Yeah.
Because she had like problems with the darkness, and he's like, "Oh, my mom gave me this when I was a kid. I want you to have it too," which was very weird that he just had that in his pocket at that point in the game. But
yeah.
So we get the clicker again, and Alan's just like, "How is this here? I gave it to Alice. Like, what's going on? This is so crazy. Am I alive? Am I dead? No one knows."
Yeah.
And that's basically the end of the chapter.
Yeah, I definitely found this chapter to be a lot more fun than the previous chapters.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because the combat, you had Sarah with you for the
Well,
combat.
there was
at the
different
beginning.
things happening
Yeah,
too.
a lot of different things
There's
going
like
on.
the whole scene where you just have a giant ass spotlight and you can just destroy them with the spotlight. You don't have to shoot them afterwards.
I turboed past that spotlight down toward the
Oh,
bridge,
really?
and I was like, all right, let's just go. And it was like, oh, I can use this spotlight. And I turn around, and there's just like a horde of guys, and I was like, okay, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then I rushed back to the spotlight, and as soon as I touch it, guys are like on me,
Yeah,
just
they
like
just
preventing
destroyed
me
you.
from using it. I was like,
Yeah.
damn it.
No, the flashlight, that giant spotlight was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just lots of birds to fight.
Yeah, the birds are okay. There was a couple parts where I was like walking across like broken logs, and
Yeah.
birds would come. Like,
Yeah. This time I just was like, I've got a flare gun, I got a flashbang, just throw it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll get another one later. There's no
Yeah.
point in holding it. Butterfingers Alan just dropping everything all the time.
yeah, pretty much.
Like, why not just use it? So
Yeah, exactly.
if a big guy came out, it was a flare gun to the head.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't remember how the game ends. I mean, I remember a little bit of how it ends, but not really how it ends. So I'm excited to see how it goes in the next chapter.
Yeah. Which is the last
Yes.
chapter without the DLC. If you guys have a suggestion of what game we should play,
Yes.
then leave us a comment in the down below,
Or let us know on-
tweet at us.
Or wherever else you can get a hold of us. Just
Yeah.
let us know.
Just send me a text message.
Yeah, sure. If you have his number, send him a text message.
Do it.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this one. I was playing it this morning before I came over here, so I was just like, okay, like it's getting close. Like I gotta go here soon. Like we gotta wrap this up. And I was just like, oh god, now I have to go to the helicopter. Like holy shit, when does this ever end? So thankfully I got it under the wire and was out of here, and came over in time anyways. So.
Definitely in time.
Yeah. Well, I woke up early today to do it. I set my alarm for 7. So
Oh, wow.
I got up at 7 and was just like, let's go. Time to play Alan Wake.
I woke up at 8 without my alarm, and I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll get up.
I probably would have woken up at 8 without my alarm, but
I guess I'll get up. I gotta call Bravey Motors.
Yeah.
and
There
find
you
out
go.
what's going on.
Yeah. So anyways, Alan Wake, cool game. Cool story. Gameplay.
Yeah, definitely cool story. Gameplay, meh.
Yeah, that's the other thing too with the next game. We'd like something with a good gameplay.
Yeah.
Like we played Guardians of the Galaxy, not too good in the gameplay department.
Nope.
And then Alan Wake, not too good in the
Nope.
gameplay department. So
Yeah.
Next one, good gameplay.
Good
We need some
gameplay.
good games.
You need some good games.
Yes.
Let me tell you about something that's good.
Okay.
Patreon.com/Stream Void Pod.
I've heard of it.
Get in there. Throw some money at the screen. Help support this podcast. Help us pay for the hosting, at
Yes.
least.
Please do.
That would be great. And you will get all of the early access content, all of the bonus content, everything. Everything goes up tomorrow night,
Mhm.
Sunday. That's Sunday. That's 3 days before the actual podcast comes out.
Wow.
For everyone else. And you get access to all of the bonus content, all of the pre-show amble, all of the post-show amble. Maybe there's a bathroom break where we talk about a lot of stuff, but that's not going to be this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's usually an hour, almost 2 hours of bonus content that everyone's missing out on.
Yep.
So get in there and support the podcast because you love us.
Yes.
And yeah, get access to all the bonus content and the early content.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.